do. Alright, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome, one and all, to a novel race tonight on the Contest of Speed channel. We're here with Evora Gaming, or Evora Racing, I should say, for a practice race around the Bahrain International Circuit at Sakir. I've got a very special guest tonight. I've binned Matt off in favour of someone much better. The man, the myth, the legend himself, who will be my teammate next season. It's Cacho Silva, or as we now know, Thomas. Hello, welcome. And we're going to be here talking you through the race tonight. It's not going to be as eventful as a lot of others. It's purely a practice race, just so both teams can get to grips with their different racing strategies, their different ways of planning races, and making sure that everything runs smoothly. So, the first man out on track then for Evora is going to be DJ Gill, coming down at the back straight towards the final two corners to start the first flying lap, because this race, you might be thinking, what car's that? It is the custom livery of Team Evora. Contest of Speed also have their own liveries. I say their own, our own. Just try and be impartial, but who can be these days? Yeah. So we'll have a short qualifying session, as we're used to, followed by a 50% race, and the settings are such that we should get a pretty clean run through the session. As you can probably tell from the liveries on the left hand side, it's 5v5, so we've got Ragnar, Mango, Architect, Shadow and Gil representing Evora, Yuki, Kalioras, Sossi, Stumpy and Jasak representing ECOS. Yeah, 28 flat for Kalioras, like you say. The toe working well there for Team ECOS. Gil coming through the final corner now. This should put him into pole position. He's on the softer tyre, so assuming he's not made a mistake, indeed it does. 26.4. Let's have a look at Jasak then in the Contest of Speed livery. Coming round on his outlap. That's the new head of Contest of Speed Esports, newly appointed admin. This is his first event, or well, first event-like thing taking charge. Nice to see the captain on track with us. Yeah, 26.1 for the Architect. So let's ride on board with Jasak then as we head for a full lap of the Sakir International Circuit, heading down then towards turn 1. DRS wide open. Heavy braking zone then for turn 1. A hairpin to the right before a 90-degree left-hander of turn 2. Be careful on the throttle not to lose the back end through 3. DRS open on the run down to turn 4. That's that famous duel in the desert between Hamilton and Rosberg. Came to blows at this corner. No such drama for Jasak though. Through turn 5 into 6. Through the first sector as we see Mango go fastest with a 25.9. Jasak though powering through the middle sector. Keeping in a high gear, short shifting up the hill to keep the traction through turns 9 and then 10. Difficult corner off camber and downhill as well. You've got to judge your braking and then the turning. Turn 11. Up the hill towards turn 12, which we in Contest of Speed affectionately call blank curve, in reference to our former driver Blank 101's ability to crash there every lap of a race one year. Final 2 corners then, looks like 1, apparently 2. It's just to get the number of corners up. Okay, so then drives for the line. 26.5 goes into 4th place, just behind DJ Gill. Those two will be competing next season in Constant Speed's EU1. Oh, look at that. Spod in the chat subscribing for the 5th straight month. Well done, Spod. Thank you for that. Got Yuki and Saucy on laps as well. Yuki choosing to run without the sponsors on his car. That's perfectly reasonable. It's an option we give the drivers. It's the main colour scheme, that's what we want. Yeah, heading into turn 9. It's a difficult corner. I mean, all of these guys, I imagine, yeah. Imagine most of these drivers will be running very few assists, if any at all. Might have line and ABS, but that'll be about it for some of them. In fact, I know for a fact all the constant speed drivers are running line only, if they have any assists at all. Oh, Ricky's here supporting his friend Stumpy. That's what we like to see. Hello, Ricky. Long time no see. See, Yuki going to P6. Yep, 27.7 for the eCOS man. Yeah. That's a big lap as well. Fastest medium runner at the moment. Just ahead of Ragnar and Kalioras. 3/10 separating the 3 medium runners at the moment. Gil back out on a lap. Let's go back over to him for Evora. Gil going with the gold and black rather than the black and gold. We've seen some of the other drivers running. Seems to be a fairly even split between the 2 liveries. So Evora choosing to use 2 different liveries, almost like the BAR back in the day with the zip livery. I don't suppose you'll remember that, will you? Am I dating myself horribly? I will be. For those of you, yeah, for those of us of a certain vintage, if Neil was watching, he'll be in the chat in a minute telling me. BAR, British American Racing as it was, tried to run at 2 different liveries for different sponsors in one season, which personally I think is fine, but it was forbidden by the FIA, meaning they had to do that horrendous livery that looked like it'd been zipped down the middle. Let's see, Gil having some trouble through blank curve, turn 12. Have a look at Ragnar then in the other Evora livery, the black with the gold edging. One I prefer, I have to say. He's coming up to the finish, is he? Yeah, goes into 4th place, 26.4. Yeah, all right behind each other. But it's the little things that matter at this level, and at the moment it's an Evora 1, 2, 3 and 4. Contest of Speed will be looking to bounce back. Yuki's lap on those mediums is a good one, but it's not going to be doing him any favours in this event, I don't think. Potentially going longer on that first stint, because only got half a field of cars to contend with. Yeah, I think we might see Yuki back out again. He might be, well, like you said, this is a practice race, so he might be trying some interesting strategies. We might see some guys going for something a little bit unorthodox. I'm not sure yet. I don't have any inside info. I've been told I'm not allowed it on commentary in case I give it away to the other teams and anyone else who might be watching. So, Shadow then warming his tyres before going for a run. He's also running the gold livery, same as Gil, and I'd imagine the same as the architect as well. Let's see what he's like on the brakes into turn 1. No lockups there for Shadow. A little bit squirmy on exit, couldn't quite get the power down. Quite right through turn 2. Braking again for 4. Yeah. Got to take a lot of gears, doesn't he, to try and keep the back end in check. I mean, I'm not... yeah. I don't want to call anybody out in this because they're all faster than me by quite a long way. But I would have thought that lock up there. It's just clips the curb. Try to straddle it. It's wide, gets away with it. Yeah, I mean, obviously, going into higher gears on the exit of corners is to keep the traction there for when you put the power down. But going all the way up to sort of 5th, 6th gear, yeah, no, 27.2 for the Shadow. J-Sack puts himself into 2nd place whilst we were watching that lap with a 26.0. Just over a 10th behind Mango, who leads the way. We've got Kalioris out on a lap as well, just coming out of the pits as we ended that lap with Shadow. Currently in P6 with 26.5. One and a half tenth improvement would put him into 4th place. That's how close we are. P4, 5 and 6 within a tenth and a half of each other. Yes, Hilly's here. Hilly, which way are you supporting tonight? So see, Hilly's he's an Evora esports team member and admin, and he's a Contest of Speed league admin as well. I'd imagine you're going to go Evora, are you? Just for the esports stuff? And then obviously league racing, it's cause all the way. Let's wait and see what he says in the chat now. Kalioris through the final couple of corners. See what he can produce on this run. There's Yuki as well. He's on a lap. And Saucy is out and about as well somewhere. I'll jump across to him soon. Chase I can't. Only driver yet to set a time. A trial run for eCOS tonight. He's obviously not running the eCOS prefix. And that's the same for Kalioris as well. Coming in to show what they can do. And Vapor Shadow has retired. That's in the pit lane. So he's happy with his time. It's either that or he doesn't want to waste another set of tyres. Kalioris has, I think, bailed out of this lap. There's A lot of time going to be in the pocket, so Yuki has got himself up to 4th place with a 26.1. Let's have a look at Saucy then. He's just set a time of a 27.5. That's an improved time on a set of medium tyres, Thomas. Yeah. Yeah. Saucy last night racing in Contest of Speed at Abu Dhabi for the final race of the season. And was he was near the front and he was fighting for the win for the majority of the game. Get the race. Oh no, I don't blame you. But he was fighting right at the front. So there we go. It's the end of the session. Saucy there working to give Calioris a tow down the short back straight and peel out of the way and allow his teammate to go through. Good job from Saucy. We've got an Evora driver off the track at Blank Curve. I do believe that was DJ Gill off the circuit. Calioris then for the line. Doesn't improve. 26.5 is where he stays. So the last man to attempt it is Jasak, who is improving. A little over a tenth would put him into 2nd place. Here he comes. Does go 2nd. Well done, Jasak. Can you tell we're not biased? No. Good lap from Jasak. Puts himself into 2nd place, right on the tail of Mango. It's 22 thousandths between them, and then 2 thousandths between Jasak and Architect. It's close. So there we have it then, and so it's Evora, Cos, Evora, Cos, Evora, Evora, Cos, Evora, Cos, Cos. Yeah, and Saucy starting on those medium tyres. Stumpy without a lap time. So the 2 surprises towards the back of the pack, P9 and P10 for eCOS. Actually, that's a point, because we're running part Ferme rules, obviously, in this. Will Stumpy get a free choice of tyres? Because he's not set a time. I think he will, won't he? Yeah, so keep an eye out for Stomper, everybody. Saucy as well later in the race. Of course, he'll be able to run the reverse strategy. Everybody else on the soft tyres. So Mango takes pole position. Jasak in 2nd. The Architect in 3rd. Yuki 4th. Gil in 5th. Ragnar 6th. Caliora 7th. Shadow 8th. Saucy 9th. And Stumpy without a time is P10. If he can stay close, there's definitely a very good result in it for Saucy. Safety cars on reduced in this race, so the likelihood of us getting one is very, very slim. So it shouldn't play a part. It should be down to pure pace and racecraft, this one. While we're waiting for the drivers to sort out their race strategies and get on the grid, let me go through our partners at Contest of Speed and COS Esports. We've got 4 of them. We're very proud to be working with them, and we hope to do so for a very long time to come. That is, of course, Fanatec, digitalmotorsport.com, NordVPN, and SimLabs. Make sure you head over to their websites to find out the products and services they have on offer, and head over to our Discord page to find some exclusive deals as well. Final 10 seconds and then we'll get underway with the formation lap and then the race will begin. You got any early predictions, Thomas? What do you think? Yeah. Okay, so Mango, JSAC and Yuki from Thomas. I'm going to go with... I'm going to go Mango, Saucy, Architect. Don't know why, I just think the Architect's going to have it on race pace. And Mango only needed... Yeah. Saucy for let's see if one of us is right. Tyre allocations there. Of course, everybody who set a time in qualifying has to start on the tyres they qualified on inside of the top 10. That is soft tyres for P1 to P8. So Mango, JSAC, Architect, Yuki, Gil, Ragnar, Kalioris and Shadow. Saucy on mediums and Stumpy gets a free choice of tyres having not set a time. So he starts P10. Yep, on a set of medium tyres. A couple of laps fresher than everybody else is out there. And that might pay off later in the race. Let's see what he can do. So on his day, Stumpy could challenge for a victory. It's just whether he's feeling comfortable, confident. He's got his setup ready. Whether he's had enough running to prepare for this. Let's see. Yeah. We'll have to wait and see. They very well may do. Because we want to try and get those two at the back. We'll want to try and hold up as long as possible and get their tyres as hot as possible. Mango will have wanted this lap finished as quickly as possible, as will the other soft runners. Let's get ready then to go racing. Three, 4, 5 lights. Hell for a long time, but away we go. It's a good start from Mango. It's a good start from the Architect as well. JSAC comes across the cover, boxes in the Architect behind his teammate. Who's going to hold it through turns 1 and 2? It's going to be the Architect. I think it's going to take second place from JSAC, but he's going to have the Greek all the way alongside down towards turn 4. JSAC tucks in behind. Is he going to challenge? Not quite then. So Mango leads from the Architect, JSAC and Yuki holding 3rd and 4th. Gil drops to 5th. Kalioris 6th. Ragnar 7th. Vapor, Shadow fighting with Saucy. And his teammate Ragnar as well. I wonder if he's got a problem. Stumpy and Saucy still at P9 and P10. Looks like it. Yeah, everything looks good. I wonder if Ragnar's tyres just aren't quite up to temperature yet. Possible move from Gil. So he looks to make a move on Yuki. Not quite close enough. Yeah. But of course that could be the Architect trying to back up JSAC as well to try and limit the damage he can do, and Mango can then pull away and control the race. Because around here it's a massive DRS train circuit, and once anyone clears that, it's pretty much, well, it's down to outright pace to try and catch them. As we see Ragnar and Shadow swapping places further down the order. Are we going to see those two come back at each other, or are we going to see Saucy try a dive down into turn 1? Not quite, gets the car stopped. Might try something up towards turn 4 though. Shadow's going to have a poor exit here because of the line he's had to take. Saucy though not quite got the straight line speed to make it count. And Stumpy tucked in behind there as well. The field's split, hasn't it? And Ragnar, I think, either has a problem or he's just trying to... Saucy goes around the outside of turn 6, which is the inside of 7. Absolutely brilliant move there from Saucy. Squeezes Shadow wide, and that allows Stumpy to take advantage as well. Good teamwork there from eCOS. Both drivers up one place. Ragnar then, the man sort of in limbo at the moment. Saucy will want to try and close up those 3/10 to get back into DRS range, and he'll want to try and pull his teammate with him. Front at the back then, the Architect not quite out of that 1 second window to Mango just yet. This circuit with 3 DRS zones, so we'll to wait and see if he can lose him before the end of the straight. And if we have anybody setting the pace apart from Mango. Not this time round. So Yuki then just dropping outside of a second to JSAC, which I think the eCOS guys will want to try and rectify pretty quickly, because Gil will be breathing all over the back of Yuki if he's not careful. I'm going to try and maybe bring Kalioris into play to defend Yuki a little bit, put some pressure on Gil. And there we go, we said it. Yuki then overtaken by Gil. Kalioris runs wide as well on the exit of turn 10. We'll have DRS to close up a little bit. Yuki not liking these soft tyres at the early stage of the race. Oh, gets very wide. Yeah, well caught. Lets his teammate through as they battle for position there. Yeah, well held there from Yuki. Lost the back end a little bit through blank curve. Manages to hold it only by running very, very wide, which now leaves Gil free to attack JSAC, but JSAC chasing down the 2 leading Evora drivers at the moment, and it's the Architect chasing down Mango. Close right back up with DRS. Oh, and Mango's lost it! He's lost it. And he's going to end up... Is he going to end up right at the back? Is Shadow going to... Yeah, Shadow's going to go through as well. So Mango from 1st to 10th. After the spin on the exit of turn 3. Those soft tyres then will be rather toasty. Nice and warm for him. He's dropping away, isn't he? Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have tasks to be able to find out tonight. Yeah. As for future events, if they are streamed like this, we will have tasks. The other thing that we might be able to deduce from that, I mean, if we bring the tyre life graphic up, is it maybe time that the softs are actually starting to go off a little bit? We've got to move for the lead. JSAC gets past the Architect, but which car will have DRS on the run to turn 4? That's the crucial point. And it's the Evora driver. The Architect has it. JSAC doesn't defend. No, doesn't need to. Yeah. So soft tyres then are roughly halfway through their working life. As we see, the medium runner's not doing badly at the moment, Saucy and Stumpy. They're still in the battle, but they're in a little bit of clear air of themselves, which will be good. Keeps those tyres in good condition, doesn't cause them to have any excess understeer. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be a great call from those guys to start on those tyres. Of course, we've got the likes of Kalioris and Yuki ahead of them, who are not holding up Ragnar, but they're not closing in on the leading trio at the moment. The Architect had a rough final corner there, drops outside that 1 second, but crucially, the detection point is before it on that back straight. So we'll have DRS to close back up to JSAC. Yes, he's looking good. He's keeping those tyres in good working order. That will do him no harm at all. Kalioris then, the next car to have a moment. Yeah. Yep, very much so. It was running well in P4, I think, wasn't he? Just ahead of Yuki, who got overtaken by Ragnar there. And in his attempts to fight that position back, Yuki picks up the 3-second time penalty for his trouble. That's 2 eCOS drivers now on penalties, Yuki and Kalioris. Yuki allowing Saucy to go through. Medium runners now starting to flex the muscles a little bit. J-Stack could maybe. So Yuki without an end plate, so he's going to allow his teammates to go through. Yuki going to go for an early pit stop then, I wonder. I think he'll have to. J-Sack's in early though. J-Sack in, medium tyres. So he's gone for a very early stop then. And interesting to see what the gap to leader is when he exits the pit lane. So we can see quite how far that is. Well, it depends if he's going to have DRS down those main straight and then the second straight. Well, he has now. I mean, he would have had it. So I wonder if he's done that to try and maybe hold up Mango a little bit. As we can see, pit stop delta is around 22.5 seconds then. As we can see, if we ride on board with Mango, Yuki is basically acting like a roadblock. He's defending from the Evora driver. But nice move from Mango around the outside of Yuki. As we have a spinner, and that's Ragnar. Oh, at blank curve. And I wonder, if he's just clipped the curb there, that will send him into a spin that you can't control. And he's also got... No, he hasn't. Sorry, that's the black end plates there. Playing tricks with my eyes. Thought he might have damage. The Architect is in. Yuki's going to follow him in. As is Kalioris. J-Sack is the man I want to see. Here he is. Comes back out ahead of the Architect. Tyres are warm. And we've got a spinner ahead. A Mango again at turn 3. Loses the back end of the car. It's all going wrong for Mix Mango. Does not like turns 2 and 3. No, they're not. Particularly with no assists, as I imagine he'll be running. We might do, I think. I mean, we'll see. If Gill's going to stop this lap, then I think the only people we're going to see on one stops are going to be Saucy and Stumpy. If he keeps going, he might be trying it. See what he does. Yeah, he's going to come in. See what he goes to. Well, we might have. Ragnar might do it. Medium tyres for Gil. Ragnar's going to keep going. Mango into the pits. Was that behind us? Indeed it was. So it's Saucy leading Stumpy then ahead of Ragnar in third place. Those three yet to stop with Mango coming in. Then it's JSAG in the net lead, 2.2 seconds behind third place Ragnar. Architect and Gil hot on his tail. Then Kalioras, Shadow and Yuki further down the pack, and Mango now at the back in P10 after his 2 spins. Closest battle at the moment is going to be Architect going after JSAC. This is for the net lead. Architect with DRS. It's more a setup, isn't it, for the next couple? Well, JSAC will and is now within 1 second of Ragnar, so as long as Ragnar doesn't do something where he just sort of bails out of the way, JSAC will have DRS to be able to hold off the Architect for another lap. And this is where it'll be interesting to see what Ragnar does strategy-wise. Does he pit now, or does he sit there and try and do some team plays? Yeah. So, will JSAC try it? Not quite, has a look. We'll have DRS up the hill towards turn 4, and I would imagine he's going to have to make the move here, otherwise he's going to be slowed up a lot by Ragnar. Out goes JSAC to the inside. Move done. Ragnar's fighting back round the outside of turn 5 and 6. And JSAC's going to have to hold position and try and defend from an Architect. Great defensive driving from Ragnar. In all fairness, that is superb work, keeping those soft tyres alive as long as he has done. Yep. JSAC having to use a lot of tyre life to get past this Evora car, and he's now going to be on the outside through blank curve, which is a bold move if we've ever seen one. Does get it done. Ragnar will get out of the way of his teammate. But Ragnar there doing a brilliant job for his team, holding up JSAC and allowing the Architect to put himself in prime position to make an overtake. It also brings DJ Gil back into this fight as well. And Kalioras a little bit further down the line, not able to affect this fight just yet. JSAC able to hold off Architect at turn 1. Will he be able to do so up towards turn 4? Ragnar into the pits. Yeah, Ragnar into the pits after that heroic defence. JSAC able to hold on to third at the moment. 8.3 seconds the gap between himself and Stumpy in second place, and then a further 2 seconds up the road to Saucy. Those two guys at the front started on those medium tyres and are yet to pit. Everybody else has been in at least once. Still we ride on board with JSAC. Let's look back at the Architect's car. Yeah. The Architect, his best bet is with DRS down this main straight, or potentially into turn 4 on the brakes. He's a lot closer this time. This should be it, I think. Once the outside, JSAC's not going to give it to him. Not going to have it on the brakes either. The eCOS driver able to brake a little bit later. And then in the run to turn 4, still nothing for the Architect. Let's have a look at their... yeah, it does. Let's have a look at the ERS levels. Both on similar ERS levels. Architect with around 15 to 20% more than JSAC, so both doing a decent job in their respective positions, but Gill now closing up behind the two of them. Yeah. But we say that they're dropping time to Gill and to Kalioris and Yuki, but they are gaining on the front two. So I'm wondering when we might see the likes of Saucy, our current race leader, and Stumpy decide to make their pit stops. Do you think that those two are going to go for the one stop? Yeah. Then looking at the back. Then we've seen Ragnar and Shadow have a battle there. Mango in the mix with those two as well. But I think the main battle we're going to want to watch is the one just ahead of us. On board with Gill, we can see JSAC still being able to hold off the Architect for that net lead or third place on the track. Gill now joining this fight and joins the DRS train. So the question now is how fast, if at all, can Kalioris catch this trio? Yeah, it's brilliant. The defence, just riding on board with Gill through that final sector there. Here, that's the difference between the guys who are pushing for esports competitions and people like me who don't really know what they're doing but pretend to be good. It's the way that he stretches gears, how he'll keep it in a higher gear for certain corners, drop it to a lower gear for others, not change up just before apexes and braking zones so that you can have the maximum effect in each part of the circuit. And if he is, then that straight line speed is phenomenal. Let's ride on board and watch. Let's see if he is. No. He's a little bit there out of turn 14. Yeah, the Architect's not using any at all, is he? He's going to save it all up. I think we might see a massive attack from the Architect now. He's going to wait a little bit longer until JSAC's got nothing left. Yeah, he's not even using... he's closing his DRS, isn't he? The Architect, he's waiting. He's like a shark. He's just circling, waiting for his prey to tire. Needs to be careful though, as we've had Mango leave the session. Yeah, Architect needs to be careful. He's got his teammate Gill behind him, who won't want to be held up too long. Yeah. He'll want to be through, and he'll want to be attacking JSAC and getting past him as well. Yep, they're still there. So what are we thinking for those guys? Lap 18, another 3 or 4 laps, and then stop for softs. And of course, we found out earlier, gap for a pit stop is 22.5 seconds. That at the moment would put them out just behind Kalioris and in front of Yuki. And I would imagine Kalioris would be more than happy just to get out of the way as we see Yuki come in for his second stop. That's going to be for a set of medium tyres, I think. Maybe, yeah, maybe. I'm wondering though whether Gil's going to try and make it to the end here with this set of mediums. He pitted a lap later than everybody else. 2 laps later than JSAC, of course. Yeah, it won't be great at the end, but of course he's going to have 20 seconds over these guys with probably about 10 laps to go, so I'm not sure if they're going to be 2 seconds a lap quicker. And that's Yuki retired on the exit of turn 7. I would imagine he's just clipped the curb, lost the back end and gone straight into the wall. And while we're watching that, JSAC is in, and it's another set of mediums. And he's going for, is that a set of softs for Kalioris? It is, yeah, a set of softs for Kalioris. So, yeah. Good stuff from those two. Be interesting to see how fast the Evora drivers behind now close up to them. Without JSAC in the way. Yeah, Ragnar crucially, well, for JSAC, crucially comes out ahead of Ragnar. And Kalioris there getting ahead of Mango, who I think is a ghosted car at the moment. Let's see. See if Ragnar is able to close up to the back of JSAC. Because he is in DRS range, but he's almost a second away already. And here we go, Saucy in for his first stop, and what we think will be his only stop. Stumpy continues. Yeah, I think so as well. Saucy onto the soft tyres, that'll take him to the end of the race. Should come out just behind Ragnar. He might actually get out ahead of JSAC as well. Indeed he does. He's out ahead of both of them. So Saucy then, assuming the Architect and Gil are going to stop again, is in the net lead of the race. He's going to have 12 laps and 18 seconds. So 1.5 seconds a lap he needs to be able to get them and then overtake them, which on a set of soft tyres should be doable. We'll wait and see what happens. Jump back up to the front of the pack then with Stumpy. And we'll see if Thomas is right, if Stumpy's going to stop this time round. Yep, indeed he does. Stumpy heads for the pit lane. Here he goes. The Architect and Gill continue. So Stumpy's aim here then will be to come out just behind Saucy, in front of JSAC, or if he has to come up behind JSAC, between him and Ragnar. It's going to be very, very tight, I think. JSAC might get him. Not quite there. Right, 3 ECOS drivers line astern there, and that's Saucy, Stumpy and JSAC. Kalioris with the new fastest lap as well. Yeah, they do. Saucy has that gap down now, like you say, 16 seconds the gap. And see what they do. I mean, it might be worth a gamble one of them staying out. If I was going to pick one of them, I'd probably pick Gill, because his tyres are younger. But both of them staying out, I think, is a mistake. Although, to be honest, I think... Yeah, 22 seconds. It'll be behind JSAC now, if they do decide to pit. Yeah, they're going for it. They're going for the one stop. So, what the eCOS trio there will be trying to do now, work together, close that gap. Saucy, of course, the man leading the charge. Stumpy will be behind him, trying to drag JSAC with him. Yeah, but that's the penalty for those medium tyres. He went conservative on those. He still might catch the 2 leaders though. Yeah, Saucy, the man on the move. Up to 14.3 seconds. With 10 laps, well, 9.5 laps to go. Oh, Electric Blades here. He has subscribed for the 3rd month. Good man, Electric Blade. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're enjoying the practice race that we've got so far. The Architect is in. We'll have to wait and see. Saucy goes through, and we should see Stumpy and JSAC both go through. Indeed we do. And then the Architect will come out behind JSAC. Now he will have the tyre advantage now over JSAC. The question is, does he have enough of an advantage to be able to catch Saucy and overtake him? And does Saucy have enough left in those tyres to be able to catch Gill and overtake him? 13.1 seconds now, the gap to the lead. That gap was rapidly shrinking. It's now slowed just a little bit. We've seen Kalioris get past Shadow. Yeah. Is he back in the car? Or is he still ghosted, Mango? Yeah, he's ghosted. So Mango not able to get back into the session. The Architect already on the back of Jasak, who has to go defensive, because Jasak's role now has changed from trying to win the race to stopping the Architect from doing as much as possible. It's going to be an easy move with DRS for the Architect to make, but can Jasak have any sort of response on the run to turn 4? I don't think he can, and yeah, that choice of medium tyres for Jasak has not been a good one so far. He'll have the advantage at the end, of course, but it depends how far off he is by then. So we're going to have 7 laps when we cross the line. When Gil crosses the line. Then it will be close to 10 seconds, the gap there. So roughly needing 1.2 seconds a lap then still, Saucy, to be able to get behind Gil and overtake. Yeah. Let's see. Architect then. Does he have DRS? Not quite. New fastest lap of the race though, 27.2. Right in the back of Stumpy, but I know from racing Stumpy that if there's anybody, barring Ricky, if he's still in the chat, that I would want to defend someone, to defend me from somebody else, it's that man right there. He will not make it easy for the Architect, because he might not have a choice. DRS assistance could make it a formality, but Stumpy will do his damnedest to be able to try and keep that Evora driver behind. Meanwhile, Saucy down to 9 seconds now. It's 1.5 seconds still he needs, depending on what he can get out of this lap. Yeah, and it's all about when Saucy's go and when Gil's go. So at the minute it's Evora, Cos, Evora, Cos, Evora, Cos, Evora. Yuki has retired, so will not be scoring points. Mango is not in the session, so his car is ghosted, so his also does not count, as we see Stumpy trying, not quite able to make that defence on the Architect though. He might be able to fight back up towards turn 4. I'm right on board, see if he can do it. Does have DRS. Not quite close enough. Yeah. So that changes the landscape a little bit. Evora taking 3rd place from Cos. This is the man we're all interested in seeing if he can pull it off. Can Gil make it to the end and keep Saucy behind him? We know he can do it. He can definitely make it to the end, but can he do it whilst keeping the flying eCOS man behind him in 2nd place? 8 seconds the gap now. It's not coming down quick enough for Saucy at the moment. Yeah, Saucy needs a mistake from Gil to make that happen. Make a move possible. So we have 5 laps to go now. Got Stumpy then just dropping away now from the Architect. And J-Sack picking up 3 seconds, and Saucy picking up 3 seconds as well. He's pushing hard to try and close that gap. But that's given Gill nice little insurance policy. It's going to give him that opportunity to be able to relax a little bit into that drive now, knowing that if Saucy does catch him, assuming he doesn't pick up a penalty himself, he only needs to stay within 3 seconds. Gilman comes past the start, lap 26 of 29, 4 laps to go. Yeah. I wonder if Saucy, yeah, it's a shame. I wonder if Saucy's going to get DRS from Mango's car there. Let's see. Yeah, he does. That'll help him out. .2 seconds now. We're back from 1.2 to 1.5 seconds needed a lap. And Gill's tyre's not quite ready to give up the ghost just yet. But he can see Gill now at the end of the straight. Drifting that car there through turn 11 and through turn 12. Don't worry about it. Keep it on the island. That's what we want. Position's more important than the win. Of course, all of these guys want to win the race. Holding then on that lap at around 6 seconds. Saucy with a scrappy final sector. Yeah, 2.5 seconds now. He's within that penalty window. So it could end up being an Evora 1-2 here. By virtue of penalties. What Cos could really do with is Kalioras getting himself ahead of Ragnar. Of course, there is a penalty there as well that would need to be handled. Let's have a look at those. So it's currently 3 seconds for everybody still running except for Shadow, who has 6. Let's see. Kalioras then 2.3 behind Ragnar. Saucy now 5 seconds behind Gill. Have Gill's tyres gone, do you think? It's a long way. Yeah, I think they might have done. I mean, the architect, I think, is going to get. He'll get Saucy on penalties. I don't think there's any question there. I think as we see J-Sack into the pits. Maybe, but he's going to end up behind both Ragnar and Kalioras. So, I mean, the fastest lap is currently held by the architect with a 27.2. We'll see. It might work out. We never know. I think Gill's tyres have gone. Saucy now 4.3 behind. Of course, he's only got a lap and a half to be able to get 7 seconds further up the road. in order to get past Gill and keep it. And he's got the Architect breathing down his neck, who will be in DRS range when we get around to the next zone. Yeah. Stumpy's not out of this one just yet either. He's still lurking. 4.5 seconds back from the Architect. Hey, Austin. Nice to have you with us. You joined just at the end of the race, unfortunately. But it's nice to have you. Yeah, and if he gets past him here, that'll be it. That'll be game over. Saucy won't have anything to... no, not quite for the Architect though, so Saucy will be able to keep going. Puts Gill under pressure. Can't afford to make a mistake. Yeah, of course, final lap of the race, so he can afford to maybe be a little bit more extravagant. Of course, the Architect can't afford to make a mistake either. If he picks up a penalty now and Saucy's able to hold him off, that's not going to go down at all well, because he will lose out as a result. Gill is struggling, but he's going to have enough track. It's all straight lines from here, unless he makes a mistake out of the final corner. Saucy then trying desperately to defend from the Architect, who's going to try it down the inside to defend, but the Architect flows around the outside. Saucy wheel bangs, forces the Architect wide. He will take him on penalties. We missed Gill's win. Architect will take second place. Saucy in third. Stumpy comes home fourth. Ragnar is going to take P5 for Evora. Through the final corner he comes. Mango's car ahead of him will officially pick up ninth, but he's not in the driving seat, so it will not count towards the points standings. Kalioris then, and Jasak does not take the fastest lap away from the Architect. He's nearly 2/10 down on it, so not the right call from Jasak in the end. Final car across the line was Shadow to complete tonight's practice race. Wasn't bad at all. Yeah, I think you're right. Evora's strategy paid off. Gill was able to hold on and kept Saucy at bay towards the end of the race. What might have been. Of course, we had spins for Mango and a retirement for Yuki as well. Yeah, it's... oh, what's that? 1/10 and 6 thousandths? Not even 6 thousandths of a second. The gap. If you take away the 3 seconds between the Architect and Saucy. So Gill takes the victory then for Evora, with his teammate Architect in second place. Saucy and Stumpy, the highest placed COS drivers, in third and fourth. Then Ragnar for Evora in fifth. Kalioris and Jasak 6th and 7th for eCOS. Vapor Shadow in 8th. The two retirements, Mango in 9th place and Yuki in 10th. Yep. Very much so. If you want to know how that race turns out, in terms of which team won, it will be on the Contest of Speed Twitter page shortly. I'm not going to try and do the maths and embarrass myself. If you head over to Twitter and then have a look for @COS_F1, that's in all capitals as well, you'll be able to find it and have a look for that. We hope you've enjoyed the race tonight. I certainly have done. Thomas, thank you for stepping in last minute. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to next season as well. See if we can bring back a couple of trophies. Thank you all at home very much for watching. We hope you have enjoyed the show. Keep your eye out for more COS streams coming up in the next couple of weeks while we're in our off season. Good night.